Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Tuesday. We're tracking a big storm starting tonight that will really be impactful overnight tonight into the early hours tomorrow morning, but we'll wrap up before lunchtime. So let me pull these graphics up right here. There we go. All right, so let's get right into it. The couple of headlines moving forward. We're tracking a powerful storm for tonight into Wednesday. This storm will have heavy rain, snow, wind, power outages are expected. They definitely will, people will see some power outages moving forward. Flooding also will be an issue, but we are tracking a dry end of this week and watching a storm for this upcoming weekend. So let me just accidentally took the graphics off the screen. All right, so let's move forward. All right, so this is a look at our satellite and radar right now. This is our storm. It's very big. We have a low pressure. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's right here. This is where our low pressure center is, right here over St. Louis. So moving on forward, this storm is actually quite big. There were a couple of tornado warnings. There still are some tornado warnings down in Georgia. There's a very strong line moving on through. I saw that there was a water spout down near the panhandle of Florida. So we're not going to see anything tornado related at all. We're going to see rain, snow, and heavy winds. So we're seeing some snow right now in New York State, parts of Western Mass, in northern Vermont, parts of southern Vermont also seeing some snow moving forward. So you're going to start to notice a lot of clouds are going to be with us for today. And let's take a look at the storm threats moving on forward. So once again, wind will be the biggest threat. We're looking at gusts potentially up to 65 miles per hour along the coast. That's what we have. That's what the National Weather Service at Gray has. Especially for the coastline. Now, snow also will be an issue. Some areas like the ski mountains and higher elevation can see upwards of 18 inches of snow. I also had that updated snow map for you. The NWS also put out their updated snow map. Flooding will also be an issue for the coast. We're looking at basement flooding, localized flooding, moving forward, small stream flooding, urban flooding, and poor drainage flooding. It's going to be very warm. We're going to be in the mid to upper 40s for Wednesday. So that means that the snow's going to melt in some areas. So we have melting snow, warm temperatures, and rain pouring down. So all of that, the water needs to go somewhere. So if those storm drains are clogged, that's going to lead you to some minor flooding. Outages also will be an issue. Once again, widespread outages are very likely moving on forward. So let's take a look at the next couple of hours. Lots of clouds with us for today. Now, between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. tonight, that's when we're going to start seeing those impacts. The wind also will shift to the southeast. So let me circle this for you right here. The wind will be coming out of the southeast. Tell right here on the shore. Draw a couple arrows in. See that wind moving from the southeast. This is what's going to cause the power outages. In Maine, we're used to the wind coming, or the trees, I should say, are used to the wind coming from the north of the northwest. So to switch that around, have the wind come from the southeast, that's going to cause some issues. So let's go over the next couple of hours. Let me see if I can delete the circle. We're going to start out with snow, and then we're going to have a switch over to rain in the early hours, probably around 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, temperatures are on the increase from here. Most of you are waking up in single digits this morning. I think I saw that at one point. I think Sanford, yes, it was Sanford, was 1 degree this morning. Very, very chilly moving forward. So we're expecting a lot of rain to move on through that southeasterly wind. Will push that rain snow line further north. So areas, let me see if I can draw right here. Areas that are going to be near below freezing, that's where you're going to see the heaviest snow. We got some strong snow bands just north of Route 2. One thing I can say, Sunday River, Sugarloaf, they're going to really enjoy this storm. They're looking to receive a lot of snow, which will help them as we had that the damaging flood, multiple floods a couple weeks ago. And they really lucked out on a lot of the snow that we got this past Sunday. So let's keep moving forward. It seems like I can't erase this circle. right, I'm just going to leave it there then. The storm's actually pretty quick. It'll be out by 10 a.m. So this is actually an overnight storm. It'll start late tonight, Tuesday night, and last through much of the night tonight, clearing out by at least or at most, I should say, the 10 o'clock hour tomorrow morning. In fact, we're actually going to see a little bit of some sun towards the afternoon hours, and temperatures are going to be falling down into the 30s once we head into a Thursday. A couple of watches and warnings. We're under a high wind warning for Cumberland, Knox, Lincoln, Waldo, York, Saginaw County. This will go until at least Wednesday afternoon. Hurricane force wind warning through Wednesday afternoon as well for the waters offshore of a little bit of mid-coast. Looks like the Rockland area in down East Maine. They'll see even more higher wind gusts. They said around 70 miles per hour because hurricane is 74 miles or 75, I should say. So it's going to be very windy, especially down East Maine. So this is a look at our wind gust map. We're looking 55 to 65 miles per hour. And let me see if I can draw right here. And that also includes the Portland metro area, especially out on the coast, down the Old Orchard Beach, Saco, Kennebunkport. Now, the lighter red is 45 to 55 miles per hour. That includes Bangor, Augusta, parts of Lewiston, parts of Cumberland County, York County, down to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. The orange, 35 to 45 miles per hour. And then we'll bump things back up in the Rangeley area, Jackman as well, 45 to 55 miles per hour. So the wind will be the worst between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. Things will begin to pick up, though, towards midnight tonight, or heading into Wednesday morning, I should say. Gusts up to the upper 30s, near 40 in Portland and Rockland. Now let's move forward. Towards the 6 o'clock hour, we're looking at gusts once again from the southeast. So this is what's going to cause those power outages. 55 miles per hour in Portland, 65 in Rockland, 48 in Augusta. We're going to see the stronger wind gusts move through on areas that have a southeasterly exposure. So, for example, the Eastern Prom in Portland and then the Old Orchard Beach, they have southeasterly exposure. So the winds coming right off the water, known as onshore winds, will definitely be stronger. That's why we're going to see stronger gusts along the coastline as well. Just about an hour later, we're going to still be in those 50, 66 mile per hour forecasts for Rockland, 57 in Bangor, 54 in Augusta, 51 Portland, 50 in Lewiston. Now, things are going to calm down as that storm begins to head on out by the 10 o'clock hour, 10 a.m. on Wednesday. We'll be only gusting to the upper teens, the 20s, 27 in Rockland, 22 in Augusta, in Lewiston. So now I want to switch gears. This is once again a multi-phase storm. So there are a lot of aspects, going into this storm. We have some winter storm warnings. Most of our state is under a winter storm warning, and the areas that aren't are under a winter weather advisory. The areas like Saginaw County, coastal Cumberland, and coastal York County are not under winter weather advisory, as they will be sticking strictly to rain moving on forward. So here's our snow map that I was talking about, the 10 to 15 inches. The National Weather Service has 18, the exact number for the mountain areas. So that's why we put 10 to 15 plus, 5 to 10 inches for Freiburg, Greenville, Jackman, Maine, north of Rangeley as well, Skowhegan, Waterville. Now Augusta, Bangor, Lewiston, 2 to 5 inches. Along the coastline, a coating the 2 inches. The reason why we're only seeing a coating the 2 inches along the coastline is that we're going to have that switch from snow to rain really early on in the night. Let me go back to the storm tracker. So just think about that coating the 2 inches along the coastline. Let me go back to that storm tracker. Moving on forward. So we have that snow and the rain. You can tell that the rain is on the coastline, snow's on the interior. But as the night continues on, that snow gets pushed up north where those temperatures are much cooler. So we're going to only be really dealing with rain. So the coastline will be strictly snow to start, coating the 2 inches once again, and then seeing that rain. Now, flooding is also going to be a concern. This is a look at the flood watches right now. We have a coastal flood watch. This is specifically for Wednesday morning. We're watching high tide, which is at 9:36 a.m. at 10.3 feet. It's also a flood watch for Cumberland, York County, parts of, I think that's Androscoggin County and Kennebec as well. It's like Oxford's in there too. Parts of north or southern New Hampshire also in that flood watch. And this will continue. When I mean flood, it means more so poor drainage issues, basements, to make sure you got your sump pumps out, urban flooding, small stream flooding. I do not think we're going to have this issue that we had a couple weeks ago with the river floodings. We were in contact with the National Weather Service today, and they said that flooding will not be an issue for the rivers. This will be more so where snow melted, so the storm drains in the basement flooding. Just think about it like this. You're having 2 inches of, we got most of our snow. Some areas on 18.5 inches, and in Gorham, Maine had 18.5 inches. Some areas, we're going to get a lot of rain, right? The rain is between 1 to 3 inches. I'll show that rain, the rain tracker in just a second. When temperatures are in the 40s, the snowpack that's on the ground can sometimes act like a sponge. So when all that snowfall, or when all that rain falls, it gets sucked up into the snow like a sponge. So then the snow becomes heavy, and we had that cool, dry snow this past weekend, but now we're going to see some wet, heavy snow moving on forward. Now, though, that's only if temperatures are in the 40s. If we increase to the upper 40s, near 50 degrees, mid 50s, some areas down in York County as well, that's when we're going to start seeing some snow melt. And that's when you're going to start seeing the flooding around your house. I know that we have a couple articles on our website about what to do with digging a hole or digging a path around the perimeter of your house so the water has somewhere to go, so you won't see any basement flooding. So this is the rain tracker moving on forward. We're projecting between 1 to around 3.75 inches of rain. We're looking at 2.55 in Sanford, almost 2 inches of rain in Portland, 2.55 in Lewis, and 1.95 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. One thing I did want to add too is that we're going to see pretty high waves, more so Wednesday afternoon. High tides in the morning around 9 o'clock, 9:36. We're looking at 15 feet projected at the Portland Buoy, 16 the Central Maine Shelf, 17 in Jonesport, 18 in the Gulf of Maine. So I want to pull up the 7-day forecast, and then I'm going to take a look at your comments. Moving on forward. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast for the coast. So Wednesday will be a weather-worn day for rain and wind in the morning. This is more so an overnight storm into Wednesday. Things will be wrapping up by at least, or I guess I can say the latest, the 10 o'clock hour Wednesday morning. So this is going to be all overnight. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s for Wednesday. We'll be dry, though, for Thursday and Friday in above average temperatures near 40 degrees. Our next system, though, begins to move in Friday night into Saturday, once again bringing snow to start, switching over to rain and wind. And then we're drying out for Sunday and Monday, but one thing I can say is we're also tracking another storm for next Tuesday. So we're in a funky cycle right now where it's every 2 days we'll see a storm or some type of wintry system moving through. On the interior, same idea. We'll stick more with snow, though, for the start on Saturday, then switch over to rain. So let me pull up the storm threats one more time. I'm actually going to pull up the wind map, the wind contours, and then look at some of your comments. All right, and then I'm looking at Cameron. Hi, Emily. Do you think there will be no school for Lewis and Auburn tomorrow? Everything will be wrapped up by the morning, so it's probably depends on power outages, really. You're looking at gusts between 45 to 55 miles per hour in the Lewis and Auburn area. So it really just matters on what I can say, power outages, down trees. I know that down trees may be an issue as well. So wind will be the primary threat of this storm. Looking at more of your comments. Trinity, hopefully not too bad for wind for Sebago. Can't handle another power outage. I think power outages will be probably widespread and expected for tomorrow. We're looking at gusts 55, 65 miles per hour. Some areas may see a little bit more, especially for down East Maine. And I'm looking at more. Good morning, Emily. Thanks for the update. Good morning, Barbie. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And then let's just look up one thing. All right, perfect. Okay. Saw someone from Livermore. It looks like you're going to see around 45 to 50, or I'm sorry, that's the wrong number, 35 to 45 miles per hour. Thanks for commenting, Monica. So towards the morning hours, let me pull up the storm tracker one more time. See some of the comments. So let me bring it to, I know I saw this one comment about school tomorrow for kids that have to walk. So I'm thinking that It also depends on what time you're in school. I think that everything should be wrapping up by the 8 o'clock hour through the 10 o'clock hour. So this is a look at 8:30 in the morning. It's just going to be really gusty as well. This is a look at 8:30, 51 in Portland. Plenty of clouds. We're still tracking rain in the Rangeley area, some heavier showers mid-coast as well, Augusta and Bangor. Let me pull up the wind tracker for that same time. Let me see if it loads right here. This is a look at 8:30. We're looking at gusts 36 miles per hour in Portland, 37 in Lewiston, 55 in Rockland, 55 in Bangor. Then I see Andrea, what time is the storm supposed to start tonight? So let me go back to the storm tracker. It should be between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m., depending on where you're located in the state. This is a look at 6 p.m. So we're going to start seeing some showers in near Kittery and York, down in York County. And then towards the 7 o'clock hour, things will begin to inch on in. Snow in western Oxford County. York County will be seeing some type of precipitation, whether it's rain, freezing rain, mixed precip and snow. And then towards the 8 o'clock hours, when we're going to start seeing really the western portion and southern portion of our state, seeing some snowfall. But it will it will turn into mixed precipitation throughout the night. Here's a look at overnight. We'll be seeing some heavy rain by the 4 o'clock hour moving forward. How late in the day? Right here, Terry. How late in the day, evening on Tuesday will this rainstorm begin? Once again, probably between the 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock hour, and depending on where you are in the state. We're looking at 6 p.m. This is look at 6 p.m. 7 p.m. Some area snow's getting up to the Portland area, Portland Metro, Sebago Lake region, Naples, Bridgeton, seeing some snow. And then this look at 8:30, we have some heavier snow showers in the Portland area, but things will be switching over to rain. Let me look at more of your comments. We're also going to be posting more throughout the day today. Charlie will be coming in this evening to talk more about the storm, and he'll have more information on the final snow map, final wind contour map, moving on forward. I know that we're going to be out there tomorrow morning. Johnny Matthew will be reporting out there. I also will be a reporter out in this storm tomorrow morning on Good Day Maine. So we'll be catching up on the wind, power outages. We'll have all the details for you tomorrow morning on Good Day Maine, starting at 4:30. 4:30 to 7 on CBS 13 and 7 to 9 on Fox 23. And this is actually going to be the worst of it. We're looking 8 p.m. Tuesday through 10 a.m. Wednesday. That is our block that we're going to see this storm. It's going to be quick moving, so it will not last throughout the day on Wednesday. In fact, we're actually going to see the sun on Wednesday towards the afternoon hours. So let me look one more time at your comments. Oh, I see your comment, Diane. Is it going to be winds all day? So let's look at that wind tracker one more time. And then I'm going to pull up the storm threat and the storm threat graphic and show you guys the storm threat. So this is Wednesday night. This is midnight. We're looking at gusts up to 39 miles per hour in Portland, 40 in Rockland. Now, the next couple of hours heading towards the morning. The morning is when it's going to be the toughest. Between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. is when we're going to see the strongest gusts. It's all out of the southeast as well, so coming from the southeast. And trees in Maine are used to northerly and northwesterly winds. So when they have winds coming in from the opposite direction, that's when you're going to see some damaged trees. Power outages are expected for tomorrow. So make sure you got your devices charged. Make sure you have get some ice, I don't know, for your fridge just in case you lose power. This is a look at 6 a.m., 55 mile per hour gusts, 65 in Rockland. And then just an hour later, we're looking at 51 mile per hour gusts in Portland, 50 in Lewis, and 66 projected for Rockland. So the heaviest or the strongest gusts will be along the coastline from down East Maine all the way to around Old Orchard Beach, Saco area for 55, 65 mile per hour gusts. On the interior, probably around 40 to 55 miles per hour. Anywhere in the orange, you're looking at 35 to 45 miles per hour. Looking at the comments one more time, and then I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Okay, perfect. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Definitely be prepared for tomorrow. This is more going to be between the hours at 8 p.m. tonight through 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I wouldn't be surprised that if there's a couple of 2-hour delays or even if there's no school based on power outages itself. So we have more updates coming for you today on CBS 13 at noon. I'll be there to walk you guys through this exact forecast one more time. And we'll talk about it then. And then Charlie will be in later on tonight. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day and stay safe.
This has been Live Interactive